make the turn and come down and become Main Street back then?
Right where the Star is. High Street,
Yeah,
right where it is.
okay.
The Star, the road cut across and went right where the community house is.
Uh-huh.
The road would have went right about through that back part of the community house. That's where the road went. And would come out there where the Browns had their Photoshop. Would come out right in there.
How long was it before it extended all the way through?
Main Street was straight?
We had our grocery store when they dug out the front of putting Main Street.
Oh, you talk about Main Street, I was thinking High Street.
No, I was talking about High Street. Yeah.
When did they go, when they,
Did High Street go all the way through?
Yes.
Okay, because that picture I had a couple weeks ago with the wagon turning, the one you sent me with
there was
all
no
the
bridge,
cars,
there was no bridge.
no bridge there.
So they had to go down, and where I told you where the footbridge was,
Uh-huh.
there's a car there. That car was going east, and the wagon was going to make that turn and go down there and go ford the creek there at Bitter Creek. Up here where Chris Peterson has his shop now, you couldn't get across there in those days. And every spring when the water would get high, the river would change its path. Really did.
I can tell from the early photos, it was pretty wide at one spot too. wasn't it?
Real wide.
Real, because that picture I had of the little schoolhouse and the hotel back there, sure, real wide, real wide. Bitter Creek running through there.
You know, I think what happened partly, since the Forest Service has allowed people to take material out up there for the roadway and one thing and another, they've taken all that material out and it's lowered the water table and made this land down here usable, where it used to be boggy. This used to be a bog right here.
But
Yeah.
there's a place
Yeah.
where all that gravel to jump its load too.
Yeah.
Well, where the park is was all boggy.
Yeah.
Just,
Oh, no kidding.
Oh, yeah, it was all
yes,
boggy.
all
Well,
boggy.
that-
Full of
Where our
blackbirds.
store is all done.
There was a big spring there, and my granddad was a Justice Peace, and the Indians come from Rays Hill, and their sentence was to work on that ditch, and that ditch went down from behind your store, down and came out off where Big Chief is now, a drainage ditch for the swamp.
Where Big Chief is.
Well, where
St.
St. Bernard is,
Yeah. I remember Big Chief.
that was Les Lewis's.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's where the
remember
ditch
that.
came
Well,
out, drainage
started out
ditch.
And that's- Mr. Bolton. Because I read about that ditch and they said that if they got him, well, they was talking about one particular Indian that had been jailed and he escaped and they made him dig a ditch. Is that it?
Yeah,
That's probably one of them.
And so, and they said the ditch was still visible today?
It was before,
Oh, this book was written.
before Ponderosa and all that was built, and right around that ditch
Okay.
was, you could see it very plainly, it worked. It
was
worked, it drained
behind Miller's
water out.
Crossing. There was a
Well,
spring.
When we built our,
Big spring behind, right
Still
behind
Well,
us.
they're
back there.
still right
Is it
in
still?
the Ponderosa, right Really? there
They
in the
tried
Ponderosa.
to drain that and it just keeps coming.
Where is
Big
it?
spring.
In the back,
In the back?
oh, on the west back corner.
well, and underneath
It's
our
still going.
little Siesta Lodge. Remember,
We had a spring.
we had a spring under.
That's where we got our water the first year.
That's right.
I've heard tales about the horses lost in the bog and stuff.
Oh,
People
yeah.
couldn't
Really?
get their mule out and get caught in there and just, that was it.
Cows too, I watched cows over by the jump jack by Red River Inn,
Oh.
have their calves in the spring out there where they get out there and couldn't get out. And they had their calves right there in the mud. And then, of course, they eventually were rescued. They'd get them out, but it was awful hard to get them out.
Ooh, I bet.
I'm gonna say goodnight, everybody.
Had you had old things you could stand
I
to?
will.
Yeah.